Eurosport ve Cyclist Türkiye YouTube kanalına hoş geldiniz. Ben Emre Köseoğlu, Ege Sanlav'la birlikte bir Elia Viviani röportajı gerçekleştirdik. Bunun birinci bölümünü geçtiğimiz sene Türkiye turunda yapmıştık. Hatta bu senenin başlarında daha doğrusu. Orada kardeşi Attilio ile birlikte konuşmuştuk. Üçümüz hatta dördümüz birden şöyle bir kariyer hatta aile haritası çizmiştik. Ama sonrasında Viviani kariyerinde çok büyük adımlar attı. Ege istersen sen biraz bu adımlardan bahset. Neler yaşandı son 6-7 ayda ve biz neden Viviani ile tekrardan buluştuk?
Evet tabii senin de söylediğin gibi Viviani hep anlatılası bir kariyerdi ve yaptığımız röportaj da çok hoştu ama aradan geçen zamanda hem emekliliğine dair hem de bundan sonra yapacaklarına dair bazı şeyler daha da netleşti Elia Viviani'nin. Aynı zamanda çok özel bir galibiyet de aldı. Ondan bahsedeceğim ama dilersen kısaca bir Elia Viviani kimdir tanıtalım. Tabii Elia Viviani son 10 yılın en büyük sprinterlerinden biri. Belki de son 20 yılın en büyük sprinterlerinden biri bisiklette. Ama bunun yanı sıra bizim için onu özellikle anlatılası kılan hikayelerinden biri kariyerinin ilk galibiyeti ve son galibiyetinin Türkiye turunda gelmesi oldu. 2010 senesinde Antalya'da kazanmıştı ilk kez ve son profesyonel yol galibiyeti de bu sene hem de Alexander Kristoff'u geçerek yine aslında kariyerinin son senesinde özel bir galibiyet kovalayan bir kurt bisikletçiyi geçerek gerçekleşti. Bunun ardından kariyerinin son büyük yarışı diyebileceğimiz Şili'de düzenlenen Dünya Pist Şampiyonası'nda eleme yarışında altın madalya kazandı ve benim belki de bu sporun tarihinde hatta tüm bisiklet disiplinlerini alırsak son yıllarda izlediğim en etkileyici, en duygusal anlardan biriydi. Aynı zamanda Elia Viviani sadece bu galibiyetleriyle değil bir büyük figür olarak İtalya pist bisikletini dönüştüren bir isim olmasıyla da çok değerli ve İtalya'da ona Il Profeta bir anlamda peygamber bisikletin, pist bisikletinin taşıyıcısı ünvanı da verilmiş durumda. Ve tabii bunların yanı sıra Team Sky, Quickstep, Cofidis, Ineos, Sky'ın önceki ve yeni haliyle beraber diyelim. Aslında çok fazla farklı ekolü tanımış olan bir bisikletçi. Bu yüzden de bize çok fazla şey anlatabilecek ve aynı zamanda röportajda da bahsediyor. İlerleyen yıllarda yine bisiklete bir antrenör olarak çokça merak ettiğimiz şey katabilecek bir isim.
Evet, biz konuştuğumuzda artık kariyerinin son yarışındaydı. Gent 6 gün yarışını koşuyordu. Artık bu noktadan sonra yarış koşmayacak. Önümüzdeki yıldan itibaren iki tane görevi var. Ki bunlardan bir tanesi bize çok yakından ilgilendiriyor aslında. İtalya takımında, pist takımında antrenör olacak. Ve mesela önümüzdeki sene Avrupa Şampiyonası Konya'da yapıldığında, ki röportajda biraz bundan bahsetmiştik. Elia Viviani'yi Konya'da göreceğiz. Takımın başında olacak. İkinci görevi de Ineos'ta. Yolda da çalışacak aynı zamanda. Orada da bir sprint antrenörü olacak. Tabii bunlardan röportajda pek bahsetmedi. Çünkü o zamanlar resmi değildi. Ama şu noktada yani Aralık ayının artık başında biliyoruz ki Elia Viviani o röportajda müjdelediği haberi resmileştirdi. Bu iki pozisyonda önümüzdeki yıllarda çalışacak. Ege dilersen biz de artık pası röportajı atalım, Elia Viviani'ye atalım. Eklemek istediğim bir şey yoksa seyircilerimize iyi seyirler dileyelim ve Viviani ile konuşmaya başlayalım.
Şunu diyeyim, Viviani gerçekten de çalışkanlığı ve profesyonelliğinin biz seninle karşı karşıya oturduğumuzda da ilk andan itibaren o ciddiyetinin aynı zamanda hissedildiği bir isimdi. Ki iki işi birden yapacak olması da bence biraz bunu yansıtıyor. Bakalım izleyicilerimiz de bu bahsettiğimiz röportajda biraz sezinleyebilecekler mi? İyi seyirler.
And how does racing without pressure feel? Like after your last race, probably you're enjoying the races more and like training less. How does like looking at life from a different perspective feel?
I think I will look the life on different way from Monday because at the end after the Worlds I do a week off just in South America, a week of enjoy a bit, but then I come back straight away on the bike because I know how hard it's Ghent to do. So I will say I don't have the same shape of the Worlds, but still a good shape to compete here in Ghent. And yeah, I think I will feel a retired rider after these 6 days and not before because yeah, my routine was the same before Ghent. So just every morning when you wake up, you know you have to do training a bit less than in the past, but I do it. And to be honest, like handing like with the rainbow jersey on the elimination was like this feeling of release. You know, I'm without pressure. I'm really here to enjoy it. At the same time, I want to hand well for sure for the team and for because we are in Ghent and Ghent is like a temple of the track rider. So yeah, I want to show I'm still there. I have a super strong teammate as Jasper, and yeah, we are there. 0 laps from day one, and then hopefully going better and better day by day.
And you will also continue being the UCI Athletes Commission member of the track cycling, like the leader of that commission. How did that came up? Like, did you plan?
To be honest, like I was in this role for the last 4 years, and it's quite useful. I mean, if I can help on this way to give the voice of the athletes to the UCI, and to be honest, I also was surprised how open they are. I mean, when you do the meetings, always we propose and then we discuss about point qualification, Olympics, and the bike rules and all this stuff. I like it. So it's not a big like deal. I mean, it's 4 or 5 meetings during the year. Mainly is in Zoom. We meet each other 1 time per year. But what I like is like really we can say something, and this is nice. So give continuity on this. I think is fundamental toward the next Olympics. And yeah, I can be the representative of the rider. I mean, all the riders know they can message me if they want to know something or just to propose something to UCI. So yeah, I think it's a good way to stay involved and try to give back to track cycling something from my side.
Also, I've read some stuff that you would like to be a part of the Italian managerial side, on the managerial side, the track team, maybe sometime in the future. But for now, is it more track cycling rather than road cycling in your plans for the future?
You will know something more in December. So in December, I will announce what my future look like. But I can just say to you, no, it will be a good balance between road and track. So you will see me also on the road.
Even when you were only racing, you still had a huge effect on the Italian cycling, especially on the track side. I was reading an interview from like 10 years ago, and you were talking about how like investment is not enough in Italian cycling, but that has probably changed like since last 10 years. And Italy has won like 3 gold medals in 3 last Olympics during track cycling. Can you tell us a bit about that change and your role in the change?
Yeah, absolutely. When I say I will be involved in the federation, I will like to. It's just because it's what I have done for the last 20 years. I mean, from when I'm in Italian federation, the track was nothing, and then we grow up together. And I always had the part of not an official role, but I was the rider. Connection with the management and with the president and everyone. So for that reason, I will say it's not a big job on my point of view, because it's like what I have done for the last 15 years. Okay, from the other side probably, but I was always involved in choice, in selection, in everything. And I would like to continue this to the next Olympics. So as you say, Italy come from nothing to 3 gold medal in the last 3 Olympics in different scenario too, because the first one was in Omnium, second one and was the most big one in Tokyo with the team pursuit, and then and Madison with the women. So we just show now we have a proper track team with all the speciality. We are still working a lot on the sprinters because we want to arrive also there. Not easy, but we will try. Yeah, my role, I think, was important as a referment, as a rider to follow. And that was the main part. So if now we have on the track important guys like Ganna, Milan, the girls, it's just because they saw what I've done and they want to do the same. So yeah, and also in terms of investment, as you can imagine, when a sport is successful, the investment are coming. So from the state, from the federation, from the sponsorship. So to be honest, we are really lucky also to have good partnership with the main sponsor, and the Italian sponsor mainly. Yeah.
Also, when you mentioned you have been like a role model, the nickname Il Profeta, the T-shirts you all wore after your medal, was it also a reference to your pioneering position in Italian track cycling? And how did it come up? Like, who found that nickname? How was it born?
So at the end, we need to say the right is on a Eurosport commentator, Luca Gregorio. He was the first one saying, like, give me this nickname during the sprints. Probably come to him like natural. So it's kind of the commentator really emphatic in the final and really enjoyable to listen. And from there, everyone connect as a role I had as a role model and a refer me for the track cycling and for the Italian Federation. So yeah, it's come up like this, and yeah, why not? It can be like the right nickname for what I've done in my career.
And also, I mean, I'll just ask one more about that elimination goal, because it was one of the most fascinating moments I've watched in sports really in the last few years. Before, we actually had a little interview during the tour of Türkiye with you, and you mentioned your family's bike shop in Verona, and you had told us a bit about how they also watched some of your races in the shop. What was their reaction, and were they also watching that one maybe there, or like how did people around you respond also, because it's like almost a perfect final to the career?
Yeah, absolutely. So they was not there in Santiago, so the work was really at the other side of the world. So just my wife was there. So in the shop we have like a big screen where people also go to see my races and all the cycling races, I will say. And to be honest, they don't organize, but it's just natural. All the people was in the shop. They was there watching, my family for sure all together. And it was quite an emotional moment. I mean, it was a perfect ending of the career. So I have this in my head. Then to doing this, so to think about that and doing this in the reality, then it was a big step. But I'm happy to achieve that. So it was really my end of career was really steps by steps. I mean, from February of last year when I signed for Lotto and the team gave me this chance. The reality, one of the first messages I send is to the manager of Lotto, because in this case, Stefano Lo. So without his chance, that will be not possible for me. So probably I was already retired last year, and without really a nice ending like this. So from that moment, we think also I can have one more year. When I sign, we think about 1+1. But the different scenario during the year change, and there was probably not space for me next year. So I just decide once I know that, I just decide the perfect course to end my career. And that was like asking to the team to do Vuelta. After Turkey, as you know, I win a race, and that was what I want to do with the teams. For sure, I want to win more, but it's not easy in this modern cycling. And from that moment towards, I just asked to the team to do Vuelta, because I want to show I'm still competing really at high level in the biggest race in the world. And to be honest, I was pretty close to big results too. And from there, I know if I keep this condition to the track worlds, I have big chance to be competitive. So I do a few more one-day races on the road, and then just focus on the track. So it was really a perfect approach. So plan it well, and like I said at the start, so that's possible just because the team permitted to me to do one extra year.
Is your final race your favorite race of your career, or is it still the Omnium Golden Olympics?
Oh, for sure, the Olympics gold is still the best moment. I mean, this is a perfect ending. It's a day I will remember for life, and I will really have in my mind for a long time. But it's different than the biggest goal of my career. I mean, if I think at 16, 17, 18, 19, these years, I really win everything I can, and there is many more good memories there than the last word. The last word was really a cherry on the cake, and really, like you said, it was also having a good follow by the press and by everyone, because it was really a big moment where probably the most of them doesn't expect it. But like I say, in my head, I really have I was convinced I can make it, and then it was a nice day. I was pretty nervous, to be honest, but it was coming out well.
And also, your 3 gold medals in elimination race all came like close to the end of your career. Do you think it has something to do with like the experience and the vision of the field, like something that comes with experience?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, experience in elimination race, you need to have legs for 10 to 12 minutes and good tactics. I mean, tactics and understand how is the moment to move, how is the moment to rest a bit, how is the moment when is the moment like to invest all the energy you have to be sure to be in the medal, and then what's left in the legs you can play smart in the last sprint. But experience make a lot of big part on this elimination races win.
I wanted to ask something more about the general state of the sport of track cycling at this moment. Also, as you are the commission representative, what do you think the sport is? What do you think it should do right now? Because now that the Champions League format has been replaced by the Track World Cup, it is a time of change for the sport of track cycling. And also more velodromes are being built. It's being more international, like this year it was in Chile and everything. So do you think, is it in a good place, or do you think there are big things it should do in the next years for track cycling to be a bigger sport or to maintain its position?
I think the good thing to have more velodrome is like in a velodrome you can ride safe. And this is the main part of all around the world now. It's really become a mess on the road, to training on the road, if you don't go in the secondary road or smaller road where there is no a lot of traffic. But for everyone, it's going to be really a big mess to continuing training on the road. So velodrome is that part where cycling can still alive as, as a general sport. If someone want to be fit and want to go by bike, probably it's better to go on the velodrome in a safer condition. On the other side, I cannot skiing good because you can reach the best places in the world if you go on the climb in Mortirolo and Stelvio in Italy, for example, or like Alpe d'Huez in France. So just by bike, you can enjoy really these things. So I will not say track cycling is the only future of cycling, but it's good to have more structure and velodromes. About the end of Champions League and back to the World Cup, the main point was like track Champions League was more a show races and not, super competitive, absolutely, because it was a big prize money there. But the realization was like, nobody want anymore the World Cup because the Champions League is nicer. But UCI need to make a choice on that and just say how much important it is to have the World Cup for the ranking, for the qualification of the Olympics and everything. So it was two different things. One is performance and towards the Olympics, towards the biggest goal of the track cycling. The other one was like show and more TV schedule races. So it's a choice like UCI need to have done this. For all the velodrome there is around, I will think like event like the 6 days, 4 days, 2 days, with the main representative rider in the world, that should be like the show need to continue. We lost a lot of 6 days. So if this new velodrome come up, it's good to send them a plan to do, 4 days or 6 days and to have really, I think we need to invest more on this because where you have, so make 6 days is like cycling track racing, but at the same time it's like show and at parties. So as you can see, Ghent is the main event for the 6 days rider, and is where really they have full stadium every night. It's unbelievable. Like yesterday was a normal Tuesday during the week and was really full of people until 1 o'clock in the night. So this is how we can improve a bit on the show part and use a lot of velodrome around. And then of course, like World Cup, Europeans, Worlds are really important in the approach to the Olympics.
Also, like your first win and your last win of your career came in Turkey. We know that like it has a special place for you. Do you also have some memories of Turkey apart from those two wins? Like, what do you think of generally the races in Turkey, or like your experience with the races in Turkey?
Yeah, absolutely. Turkey, as you say, it was like my first and my last race I won in the 90 races I won. So it's a place I will always have a good memory there. So first things I remember about Turkey is always we spend times in good village, good hotel and summer holiday places. That is the part where invite us to come back, not in the cycling kit, but really to enjoy Turkey as a destination for holiday. So well organized is always a race where, as a riders group, you go there and you really become together, because like it's not like the normal race. You have your bus, your truck, you have like, it's like an experience, like when we do Australia or like when we do China, this kind of races where you need to organize, as organizer, you need to organize really much more things than a normal race in Europe.
Will you be back for the European Championships in Konya, like as a member of Federation or UCI?
I cannot say this to you now.
Okay.
But yeah, there is a big chance you can see me in Konya. So I still need to see the calendar and everything, which appointment I will hold on or not. But yeah, there is a big chance. So I never been in Konya Velodrome, so I want to see how it is also. So I will try to.
Yeah, we'd love to see you. As one last thing, we'd like to hear, if you can, what would be from your career, from the people you have ridden a bike with, what would be your perfect team if you were to start a Grand Tour tomorrow? What would be your dream team to ride with?
I would say you cannot have like the dream team at the moment is having Pogacar in the team. That's it. So it's like I'm really a fan of him. I mean, it's the kind of guy really. I know him, and we are like friends. We live together. We live both in Monaco, so we spend some time together also in the normal life. And it's really a kind riders, kind of guys. And yeah, he's dominating now all the cycling and. I don't know how long this can handle, but yeah, he's really an enjoyable rider, and it's nice to have a champion like him. So I would just pick him and do a strong team around to support him. But he's the main guy now. Yeah.
What about the sprint train? For example, if you were to choose one sprinter and two lead-out men, like, would you have a preference?
I can talk about my lead-out men. So I mean, last one Jasper and was one of the good one, and I will put him together with the strong guys I have in Quickstep like Marco Sabatini and Richese. So I think with these four guys, even now I can win much more races.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.